Hello! I wanted to intro this video now, even though it's the night before. I'm doing a day in the life with a newborn because I wanted to do one since she was born, but it's hard. It's hard to film with a newborn, especially when like she's colicky, had digestive issues. Newborn stage is rough for us. I know it's rough for everyone, but she, as you know from my other videos, had the cow's milk protein allergy, so she was inexplicably colic for a little bit before we figured that out. So I wanted to intro this video because since I'm doing a day in the life, I figured why not make it like almost like a 24 hours with a newborn type of thing. So tomorrow she'll be a week away from being 3 months, which most people and sources agree that 3 months and under is a newborn, but once you hit 3 months, you're just a normal baby, which is so sad. Next Thursday, she won't be a newborn anymore. So I wanted to sneak in a day in the life or 24 hours with a newborn while I can. So that's what today's video is gonna be. So I wanted to intro this now because you're gonna be seeing some clips of me and the baby at like 3 a.m., 5 a.m. I don't really know. We'll have to see when she decides to wake up in the middle of the night. But now granted, when she was a newborn and having to eat like every 2 to 3 hours around the clock, we were up way more. And I wish I did a vlog of that, but it's so hard to do that. So now she only gets up like once or twice a night, usually only once. And it's usually like either 3:30 on the dot or 5:30 on the dot. It just depends on like what time she goes to bed at night, which like really just depends on her vibe. Because sometimes she'll go to bed and you're like, oh, she's down, and then she'll wake up an hour later and be like, I'm ready for a wake window. So that's what we're trying to figure out right now. But anyway, this intro's way longer than it needs to be, and I will see you guys whenever she ends up waking up in the middle of the night. So welcome to a day in the life or 24 hours with a newborn for 1 more week. Good morning. It is 7:44. She slept from 10:45 until now. That is 9 hours. She woke me up because she was stirring, and then I woke up and she went back to sleep when I woke up. The longest stretch she's ever had was 7.5. It made me nervous, so I woke her up anyway, and then I just changed her, and now I'm feeding her. Yes, I'll try to put her back down. I don't know. She probably will never do this again for a long time. I don't know. We'll see. So I fed her. She fed for like 20 minutes, which honestly, she usually only feeds for like 10 or 15, but I'm glad she fed for 20 because she didn't eat for 10 hours. So anyway, here's the baby. Where's mommy talking to? So I decided that it's gonna be a wake window because we do want her eventually going down earlier. I'm gonna grab a book, read her a story. I'm gonna show her some high contrast pictures. I wanna keep it low key. Like, I don't wanna take out her light up Fisher-Price piano playmat yet. Maybe I'll put her on the other playmat that doesn't light up just to do some tummy time. Because I just feel like it's too early for her to be like overstimulated like that. Hi, snuggle puppy. Well, I have a thing to tell you, and it won't take long. The way I feel about you is kinda like a song. It starts with an ooh and ends with a kiss. It goes something like this. I love what you are, I love what you do. Fuzzy little snuggly puppy, I love you. You love your newspaper? She loves this thing. Okay, I changed her. Now we're hanging out on the playmat, and I'm gonna probably flip her over for some tummy time in a little bit. She's been up for almost an hour. So once she starts showing me that she's tired, I think I'm gonna hand her off to my husband because he wanted the first nap of the day because he does have an interview today. He has those in the afternoon, which is why he kind of wants to take like morning shift with her. I'll talk more about like how we work that out once he's awake. But yeah, we're just gonna play a little bit. Ooh. Ooh. Good job. Look at the neck control. Good job. My husband is out cold still, and I kind of want to let him sleep because usually the first wake window is a little bit later than this. Usually the first nap of the day is like an hour or 2 hours from now. So I want to let him sleep and then he can take the next nap because I think it'll still be enough time before his first interview. So anyway, first step, close the door, turn off the light, and now we're gonna close the blinds and do this process. So I put her in her sleep sack, her diaper's clean, she has her pacifier in, and I'm just going to walk around and shush her and like bounce her up and down like this until she's sleepy and her eyes are starting to shut, and then I put her down. I'll walk you through the process, but we have a 15-minute timer. This is called the Give the Baby a Chance method, but you have 15 minutes to get them down for their nap. And if they're not down for their nap using this method by then we just contact nap because she can't get overtired and skip naps because that's when we were having like the worst days where like everyone was crying and nobody was sleeping for like 5 hours and it was just not good. So we have just succumbed to the contact naps most of the time. But yesterday we had some luck with her sleeping alone in her crib for like 30 minutes for 2 different naps, which is amazing. We picked her up and then finished the nap on our chests. But any amount of time where she falls asleep in the crib and stays asleep for like any amount of time is a positive thing for us. That was a miracle. So I put her down at 9:08. It was the worst transfer ever. I was almost positive she was gonna wake up because she was still like in that twilight when I put her down and she was like not happy, but as you could tell from the crying, she was already overtired. So the rule is, if you put her down and she's sleeping and she sleeps for 2 minutes, you leave the room. So it was 9:08 when I put her down and it's 9:10 when I left. So the other rule is you have 15 minutes to get her down. So if she wakes up, and which right now she's stirring, if she stirs and wakes up, so started at 9:08, 15 minutes from then is 9:23. Oh yeah, she's really stirring right now. And, oh my god, the pacifier is like on top of her head. Okay, I have to go fix that. But if she keeps stirring by 9:10, if she keeps stirring and won't go down by 9:23, then it's a contact nap automatically. So I'm gonna go try to fix this pacifier. Wish me luck. Crap, she's crying. I have to use the bathroom so bad. Okay, going back in. Shh, shh, shh. The way she's sleeping right now is with her hand right in front of her pacifier, and she's been like ripping it out of her mouth. Our method that we do, it's called the Give Baby a Chance method. We only do this for her naps. As you saw, she started crying. I picked her up, I soothed her a little bit, put the pacifier in her mouth, and then she like closed her eyes, but she wasn't like fully dead asleep. So then I put her down, which is hard to do in her crib because it's like I'm really short in the crib, you know, it's like tall. Anyway, I put her down in the crib and I was almost positive she was gonna wake up because she started to like scrunch and move when I put her down. She like squirmed a little bit, but then stayed asleep. And then our next rule is she has to sleep for at least 20 minutes before we do this whole cycle again for 10 minutes. We get 10 more minutes to try to like calm her and put her down. Then if that doesn't work, if the 10 minutes are up, then we do a contact nap. But if she doesn't make it to 20 minutes of sleeping, then I just pick her up. We do a contact nap anyway because the whole thing is like we can't just have her not sleeping. She doesn't have a schedule right now. Every time we ask the doctor, when should we start implementing a schedule? How do we do that? They're like, don't even bother. She's too young and she's breastfed. So there's definitely no point in it. We still don't have a schedule, but we have a routine, if that makes sense. So next time we have a normal checkup is at her 4-month appointment. Hopefully we don't have to go to the doctor between now and then. And maybe we'll ask again at her 4 month and see what they think, because I also go back to work when she's 4.5 months. I would love to have a schedule by then. She's been asleep. I'm gonna start the timer on her Huckleberry app. We track everything in Huckleberry, which some people think Some people think that's a little crazy, but I think like for us, since there isn't a routine, we like to keep track of like last time she ate, last time she slept, like how long it was, how much tummy time she got. It's not like an anxiety thing. It's just more of like it's good to have like, I don't know, record of it. The one thing is the air conditioner in her room, it like shuts on and off and it's so loud. So sometimes when it shuts off or back on, it wakes her up. So I'm hoping it doesn't wake her up. But anyway, she's been asleep for 14 minutes. I'm gonna try to go make breakfast for myself. I don't really know. It's still so early in the morning. I don't even know what to do with myself. Like, usually when I have time to myself, I'll like edit, which like I'm literally basically done editing a video, so maybe I'll just watch it through, or I'll work out or eat. But like it's so early in the morning, I'm like, I didn't really want to work out like right now. Beautiful. The squeaking of that cabinet just woke her up. Okay, I'm gonna try to get her back down. Look at where the pacifier is. She didn't just spit that out of her mouth, she launched it. Oh my gosh. It was in her mouth. Look where it is. She made it to the 20-minute mark, so I have 10 minutes now to get her back down. I wasn't even hungry before, but then I started to like bring out the stuff for my breakfast, so now I'm hungry. Okay, so it is now 11:26. I just finished feeding her and she slept for an hour and 10 minutes. We did a contact nap because she did not go back down to sleep, but I'm starving. My husband is now up, so I'm gonna hand him to baby and I'm going to eat something. Oh. Ooh. It is now 12:15. And Zach is upstairs getting the baby down to sleep, and either she'll go down or they'll end up doing a contact nap, and it's the same process and routine that I did earlier. And then he has an interview at 3 and then another one at 4, and then that's when I'll be back on duty whenever she wakes up from her nap. But I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I still don't really feel like working out, and I don't know, I'm just feeling like really tired, and I could finish editing a video, but again, I don't know. I'm feeling like really tired, so I think I'm gonna lay down, maybe take a nap. I don't know, like usually I would just stay awake, but I'm feeling tired. I slept well last night, so I don't know why I'm so tired. Maybe it's because I slept well, like, you know, when you sleep too much and then you're like still tired. I don't know, I'm just feeling very sleepy today. It could be because it's a little gloomy out. I'll show you guys. It's not super sunny today, it's a little bit gloomy. Weird feeling as a new mom to like have time to yourself and like be like, what do I do with my time? It is now 3:54. The baby slept an hour and 45 minutes in my husband's arms, and then he was like, she's still tired, like I have to get ready for my interview, like can you hold her until she wakes up from her nap? So then I took over and she slept for another hour and a half. So I just put her down in her crib because the doctor said like don't let her sleep like naps longer than 3 hours because then it could start confusing her day and her night. So I just put her down in her crib, which means that she's starting to wake up because this girl does not like sleeping in her crib during the day. So she is starting to wake up as soon as I put her down. I'm gonna get dressed really quick. I threw this shirt on just for the sake of like not wearing my pajamas all day, but it's not so hot out today, so I am gonna change into like something a little bit like cozy, comfy, but like I can wear outside because I'm gonna try to go on a walk with my husband, obviously, and the baby and the dog later, once he's done with his interviews. So yeah, she's starting to wake up, so let me go do that. OOTD, my mama shirt and some biker shorts. I'm gonna go fill up my water and then I'm gonna come back up here and wake the baby up more because I think she like might be trying to go back down and she has to wake up. She slept so long today. She's awake now. That's good. She's calm. So I'm gonna go up there and slowly wake her up, feed her, and then start this wake window process. Realistically, it's been so hot out lately. I literally like don't leave the house with her because I can't even go on a walk. But on days where we go out, obviously I get dressed, and on days where we are going, good morning, and on days where we're going on a walk, I'll get like semi-ready like I did today. Like I put on like actual clothes. Look at that girl. Look at that girl. It's been so hot. I haven't been going on walks with my husband. So most of the time I literally just don't leave the house unless we have like something to do. Like yesterday we went and got the dog groomed. So I was like out and about all day. And today the high is 80, even though it's like super humid. So I'm gonna go out. We're gonna take the dog and the baby on a walk. I'm going to get her out of her crib, get her out of her sleep sack, change her, and then I'm going to feed her. And then we're gonna do some tummy time. I know it hasn't been the most interesting day so far, and it's like gonna continue to not be the most interesting day, but this is a normal day for me. I'm like so not looking forward to having to go back to work. Even though I'm gonna be working from home, the idea of having to do all of this and be working is gonna be crazy. I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna figure it out. So if you're a work from home, stay at home mom, let me know how you do it. I've heard contact naps are like the best, or like working in your bed and having your baby like sleep next to you in their bassinet or something. Obviously, like sit her up in her bouncer, sit her up in her swing. Oh, good morning. Good morning. I saw this thing that was like, oh, like people that work from home like aren't even working, like they work like 2 hours a day. No, my work from home job, the workload has been so heavy because like it was understaffed for a long time. I was working the full 8 hours a day. Like the only time I'd take a break was to like use the bathroom or to take the dog on a 10-minute walk. And then when I would make lunch and then sit and eat and work at the same time. And always the 10 minutes I would leave the house to go on a quick walk with the dog is when my boss would randomly call me. It was like every time without fail. And my job is like very much like calls out of the blue for stuff that could have been like emails or like messages on Teams. I don't remember what I was saying, but I think it was along the lines of my work. Oh yeah, hi, we're downstairs now. She finished eating and now she's playing in her swing, which she only recently started liking like a week ago. Basically, my work from home job is not one of those easy ones. Get finished working at 5 p.m. and work the whole time and only take a break to like use the bathroom and make lunch and then eat and work at the same time. That was like the last year of working my job. Like I literally wasn't getting any breaks. But then 2 weeks before I left for maternity leave, we hired someone else to relieve some of my tasks and some of like the other people on my team's tasks. So who knows what I'll come back to. Maybe my workload will be lighter, but they also promoted me right before I left. So I have a feeling I'm gonna come back to a lighter workload, but then over time it's gonna like really ramp up. So I don't have one of those easy work from home jobs. So send prayers and suggestions on how to be a work from home, stay at home mom. Zach is making me lunch right now. He's heating up some soy-free and dairy-free chicken fingers, which are surprisingly very hard to come by and very expensive. So I'm gonna eat that, and then some strawberries with chocolate hummus for lunch because the chocolate hummus is also soy and dairy-free. And we're just gonna hang out, and then once I'm done eating, we're gonna go upstairs, do some tummy time, but you'll see it all. So I'll catch up with you guys then. Really quick, hopping on here to say, I've tried another Cheez-It alternative without dairy or soy, and it's the from the ground up cauliflower cheddar crackers. These are disgusting and they taste like dog food. So far my favorite have been the Back to Nature. All right, I tried eating with her downstairs and just having her on my lap, but she didn't want to do that anymore. So she's playing on her play mat and I'm eating my chicken fingers on the floor. It's now 5:06 and I'm eating lunch. I usually don't eat dinner until like pretty late because I can't start cooking until she's down. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. You got your eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Addison, polka dot wings and you could fly to the sea. And you could fly back to me. We're about to go on a walk, even though she's due for a nap. Sometimes she falls asleep on walks, and then I'm able to transfer her into her crib. Sometimes not. So Daddy's going to get the stroller from the car because we accidentally left it in the car. Dad is in charge of walking Addison this time, and I'm in charge of the puppy. Oh my gosh. We're back from our walk. She completely fell asleep, so Zach is trying to transfer her into her crib. I don't think it's gonna last. In the meantime, I'm gonna have a snack, my dark chocolate hummus, and some strawberries. That's like my healthy snack of the moment because it's soy and dairy free. Pacifier fell out. This baby is awake. So I'm going to try to get her down. She slept more than 20 minutes, so I have 10 minutes to try to get her back down. We are refusing to go to sleep. It's been like 15 minutes of me trying to get her back down. So I think that was just gonna kind of be it for the nap. She slept about, hi Smiles. Hi Smiles. She slept about 30 minutes in the crib by herself, like 28 minutes I think. So the rule is, if she won't go back down for 15 minutes, it's a wake window. I just fed her and she fed for like 10 more minutes than she usually does. She usually stops at like 15, but she just stopped at like 24, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. She loves her piano so much. I'm like, yes, I know you do. She loves her piano so much. I like am almost like, should we find other activities to do throughout the day besides the same routine of tummy time and playing on the piano? Like, I don't know. I'm starting to feel like she needs more variety because this playmat, this Fisher-Price piano playmat is all we do all day, every day. And I try to do other things with her and nothing stacks up against the piano, guys. Baby is kicking away, having her the time of her life. I'm gonna flip her over for tummy time soon, but you guys have seen this plenty of times throughout today. This nap was only 29 minutes before she spit out her pacifier. Spit out her pacifier and got randomly really mad. She's sitting happily in her chair. So anyway, she only slept for 29 minutes and the nap before that was also only 28 minutes. So she woke up from this nap, spit out her pacifier, started like ferociously eating her hand. And then I tried putting the pacifier in her mouth. She cried. And then I tried taking it away and just like bouncing her back to sleep. She cried. So she was fully awake. And now she's fully awake. And she's hanging out in her chair pretty peacefully. Pretty peacefully. Yet again, my husband is taking longer to poop than it took me to push out our child. Now granted, she was small, okay, when she was born. But it only took me 15 minutes to push her out, and I don't think this man has ever taken less than a 15-minute poop, okay? And I know that that's personal, but I think a lot of wives go through this with their husbands. So yeah, next step would be time to bathe her. So we have to wait for Daddy to be done with that because we only have one full bath in this house. So we have to wait for Daddy to be done with that, and we're gonna bathe her. So obviously I'm not gonna show any of that, but we're just gonna hang out, and I'm gonna read her a little story. We're gonna hang out in your chair. And then it's bath time, and I'll show you guys the bath time setup before we bathe her. And then yeah, this day is almost done. Today's reading selection is You're My Little Baby. And we have your elephant from Dada. Yes, we have Dada's gift to you from when you were born. You're my little bear cub, both playful and shy. Oh, there's a little bear cub. Yeah, you're my little baby bird. Together we will fly. You are my little elephant. I love you through and through. I can't even tell you guys how many times I've had to change this battery today. I don't know if my batteries are losing their juice or something. You know how over time your iPhone's battery gets worse? I feel like these batteries all of a sudden within the last I don't know, week have gotten worse. So I'm maybe it's because my office gets so hot and that's where I keep my batteries. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the bathroom setup. I'm gonna grab her little rubber ducky that tells us if the water's too hot, her pitcher, and then I gotta grab her towel. I put this on the toilet seat, and then I get 2 washcloths. One washcloth we put on her body, we make it nice and warm, we stick it on her body to keep her warm, and the other one we use for actually bathing her. We use the Baby Gannet. The main reason why we have to redo our bathroom as soon as we have the money for it not because it's outdated or anything like that. It's because the bathtub like has this step. I'm gonna come over here. And an elderly lady used to live here, and they had to cut into the cast iron tub and then like put in this little like step thing here so she's able to walk through to get to this thing. Anyway, we didn't discover that until after we moved in. We can't fill the tub to like do bath time with her anyway, even though she's too small to do that anyway. We can't fill the tub with her, so we need a new tub for whenever she gets bigger and like doesn't fit in the little Frida baby tub anymore. It's 10:28. She's been bathed, she's been fed, her nails have been clipped, she's been lotioned, bedtime story has been read. If you hear crying, she's okay. Dad is trying to put her down. She's just definitely overtired. On tonight's menu, we're making air fryer salmon. Sounds like Zach was able to get the baby down.
She went down so well.
Really?
Like you're sitting there trying to get her to go to sleep, and you're like rocking her, and she's sitting there smiling at you, like being so cute, and I'm sitting there like, you know, like trying to
I love
like,
you, but go bed. Yeah.
You know, but at the same, like I like give up at it. I give up at a certain point, and I was just like, it's like you're very cute,
yeah.
And like, you know, smiling back. She's like sitting there smiling. She's like, So of course I'm gonna like stick my tongue out back at her.
Well, at least she was being cute and not mad.
No, yeah, she is very particular about the way I hold her. I don't know if she's been like that recently with you, but the past like 2 days,
she doesn't like on my chest anymore. She only likes her cradle hold. It's
yeah,
like turn to the side.
What I was, yeah.
Yeah. Salmon bowl is served. Now we're gonna watch Justified. Okay, well, it is 1:15 in the morning. The baby went down at like 10:30, 10:45, like she did last night. And dinner was done at around like, I wanna say 11:15. And then the last 2 hours we were just watching TV and hanging out because nighttime when she's down is like the only time we have to ourselves because she sleeps pretty good at night. So we know that once she's down for the night. So anyway, that's it. That's the end of our day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this day in my life with a newborn. It'll be the one and only day in my life with a newborn because I won't have a newborn a week from now, which is really sad because I will have a regular schmegular baby. I can't believe it. It's so weird. I can't believe I've almost survived newborn stage. I'm gonna go. Good night. And thanks for watching and come back for the next one.